I believe most of you have already used your Steam Deck Quick Resume feature, but do you know how much battery it will take? So I did 3 different scenario tests for this. Scenario number 1, Quick Resume with AAA games. I put my Steam Deck into sleep mode while a AAA game was still running in the background. So this is the typical resume feature that we use on a daily basis. I set the screen brightness to the medium and made sure the Wi-Fi was connected but the Bluetooth was turned off. Then I put my Steam Deck into sleep mode at 10 PM, while the game God of War was still running in the background. After leaving the Steam Deck for 20 hours, I turned it back on at 6 PM the next day. That comes to a total of 20 hours. I never touched the Steam Deck during those 20 hours. Can you guys guess how much battery the Steam Deck used during those 20 hours? I will give you 2 seconds before I reveal the surprising result. Yes, it only used 8% battery for 20 hours. We started the test with 99% battery, now we are at 91%. I think this is pretty amazing result. For the Scenario 2 test, I used the exact same timeline as Scenario 1. The difference is I used an indie game called Super Auto Pets, which is a pretty small game that only takes 55 MB space on hard drive. I put the Steam Deck into sleep mode again at 10 PM with 99% battery. And on the next day 6 PM, I turned it back on. That's total of 20 hours again. The battery only went down to 93%, so that means during those 20 hours, it only lost 6% battery juice. In Scenario 3, I tested the Steam Deck without any games or apps running in the background. I turned off my Steam Deck at 10 PM again, with 99% battery life left. I did the battery life test on the Aya Neo Air 2 this time. This is just for my curiosity with Windows handheld, especially since the Steam Deck has a pretty amazing quick resume feature. On the next day at 6 PM, after 20 hours, I powered on my Steam Deck from sleep mode. The battery is still at 94%. Then I turned my Aya Neo Air on, the battery is still at 95%. I am pretty happy with the Aya Neo Air 2 since it only lost 5% battery for 20 hours standby. This is actually better than my expectation for Windows handheld. So here is the summary of my test result. I think no matter if we are using a Steam Deck or an Aya Neo Air Windows handheld, we don't have to close the game if we are planning to come back to the game in a day or 2. Simply put the device into the sleep mode and turn it back on and keep playing from where you left the game. This is an incredible feature available on PC gaming handheld. That's all for this video. Please subscribe to the channel if you are into handheld gaming stuff.